repair this suit before it falls apart even more.
Alright, and I'm back. Yeah, PC problems still persist. I recorded a video of Half-Life explaining all of the bloody problems I am having with my computer, and immediately after I recorded that, I saved it, I archived it to an external drive, and then problems persisted again where I had to completely reboot my PC again. So it just never ends, so I am absolutely horrified of how this recording session is gonna go.
But at least the intention is to stop crime.
I hope that it lasts long enough. I believe I've actually isolated the problem down to a RAM problem. I suspect quite a bit that I have failing RAM, which is honestly not the biggest thing anymore. 5 years ago, I would have been, what's wrong looking for? What is the word I'm looking for? I would have been absolutely horrified if it was a RAM failure, just because of how outrageous my prices were.
Listen to my show.
Now it's come down quite a bit, so that's
if he's gonna spy on us, let him hear that we're on to him by listening to me every waking moment.
Oh, I guess just this one guy here. It looked like other guys were wearing those beret style hats. Okay, so it's been a solid like 2 or 3 weeks since I last played this. I genuinely do not know where I left off. Oh, stop it. Ooh, backpack. I saw a backpack. Over here. Ooh, I'm so sorry, sir. Hey, another Peaky Blinder round. So I believe where we last left off, we assisted with the surveillance towers, got them back up and running. We took down jammers. This is a really cool cathedral, or a small cathedral. I've actually never been to a cathedral. I can't hear the backpack. Usually you can hear the backpacks. Oh,
Attention unit. Civilians are trapped following a car crash. Backup requested near
there it is. Oh crap. I'm a big heavy metal fan, and one of my favorite bands of all time is Whitechapel, named after you know the Whitechapel in London, where the district where Jack the Ripper committed his murders, and that's like one of the few reasons I want to go back to London is to visit there. I was far too young the last time I went to London to like really do anything, and didn't spend a whole lot of time actually seeing a whole lot. We went to the Eye of London, I believe, which is kind of neat. It's like this big ass Ferris wheel if you've never seen it. How do I tap? There we go. Alright. Backpacks, locked, side missions, like crimes. I think for this session, I'm gonna do story missions. What's this side? Storm in the castle. Upper east side. I'll do a main story quest this time, just because last time was like a just straight up scavenger hunt, which may not have been the most exciting gameplay. So I guess it's already marked. I don't know why I'm marking it still. My brain is fried. I've slept for like 5 hours, and I laid in bed for an additional 2 just on my phone, so shift is not working. My brain is fried today. It hasn't been a long day, so I don't really have an excuse. I don't know, I'm just brain dead. I believe there's also been a couple more patches to this game since I last played it. I don't exactly know what happened, because I briefly mentioned it before how the actual performance of the game since those patches seem to have taken a bit of a hit. But another thing I believe it could actually be is that when I first played it, which is where like the first 2 videos came from, was out of one session, my GeForce experience was not actually picking up that I had the game downloaded, so I don't know if the drivers were not optimized for it properly, and it was just like running at absolutely max settings. And then once the drivers actually picked it up and optimized it in quotations, it kind of like muddled around with the settings a wee bit to get better performance at the cost of visuals. I don't know if maybe that's what it could have been, but. And I'm just too lazy to go in and dial it all in. And for the most part, the optimization settings within the GeForce Experience drivers is more than adequate, because they try to... obviously, like with the name like optimization, they're trying to find a balance between image quality and performance. I'm honestly the kind of the big push right now for PC gaming, and that's like one of the main things that people used to push about PC gaming and now it's being pushed on the consoles is like the extremely high frame rates. Maybe I just have bad maybe I just have bad eyesight actually. I never actually liked the higher frame rates. Like 60 frames a second for me is like more than fine. Even 30 is quite adequate. I believe it's 22 frames a second is where it starts to become like extremely choppy. It's at the point of where it's nauseating, which I have never experienced before, and especially on consoles actually, like because like people would always say that because of the latency of controllers to televisions and televisions to refresh times and like actually like displaying an image based latency. That's what the latency. I don't know why the latency between the controller, console, and television is supposedly so high for people that it's nauseating to play because there's such a long delay between input and actual output on the screen. I've never encountered that, and I'm a big like RPG kind of guy, and I played a little bit of. I played a handful of FPSs when I was a little bit younger, and I don't know, maybe it's because I grew up with the consoles that like you don't actually notice that latency. You just kind of adapt and learn to run with it. But like, I don't know. And I mean, I have a wireless mouse that's set to 1,000 hertz or whatever it is for polling rate, and then a monitor that refreshes 100 at 100 hertz, and it's smooth, don't get me wrong, especially on the desktop when you're like moving around the mouse. It's actually really nice having that high frame rate, but in terms of gameplay, like anything over 60, unless you're like playing an esports FPS, I don't think you need it. Sorry, I'm rambling. Let's get going here. These fountains bring back memories. I imagine that for sanitary purposes, these things are actually quite clean, but I'm morbidly curious. I want to take a cotton swab and like swab out the bowl and see like how actually dirty or clean those things are, and I think I would not like the answer. Octavius Industries.
Looks like Doc's gone for the night. Time to sneak in some spider work.
I wonder why he's gone. That's also another really odd thing I've kind of realized about some of the oldest companies in the world, that they're named after their founders. Nowadays, that's completely different. Like, you get, like, companies that have, like, the most bizarre names possible, but, yeah, like older companies were, like, you know, insert name here, and, like, if they were brothers, it's, like, insert family name brothers company incorporated or something. It's naming conventions have changed quite a bit, to say the absolute least. Machine learning, ooh. Spatial mapping. Do I get, like... if I hover over it, do I get an explanation of what it is? No.
Interesting.
More puzzles.
Doc's hardwiring in a basic spatial mapping system.
Does that, like... Oops. Does that let me map out my environment better? I feel like I'm doing this wrong. I'm definitely doing this wrong. How do I reset? R. Yes.
Very cool. Arms will have a sense of their surroundings now. Should help with body awareness.
Oh, neat. So is that like...
To tune the arm's gyro to auto-orient.
Is this for the Spider-Man suit? Like, does it help with your spidey senses, and you can kind of have like more peripheral awareness for combat scenarios? Oh, it's a charge one as well. Oh boy, this is... These charge things are gonna screw me over. I'm so bad with these kinds of things. +1, just for now, so I can figure it out later. Oh, the directional. That's directional. Do I want a directional one? I don't think it makes sense for a directional one just yet. How do I get... Oh! Do I not have to worry about some of these? Like, do I not have to worry about, like, 100% matching up with these things? Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. I'm panicking because I don't know where to go next. So that's going to reduce it to -1, so I need to have a charge of 5 before I get into there. So let me swap these out for 2. Oh, I only have 1, 2. So let's get the 2 in there just to have the higher charge. Yeah, I can't place it there, so I'm definitely doing this wrong. Reset. Puzzles are not my forte. I used to be really good at them, but just lack of consistency. And... Aha! Be smart, book read.
This will really help users maintain their equilibrium while wearing the prosthetic.
Oh, it's for the arms, it's not for the Spidey suit.
Trying to lower the overall power consumption of the prosthetic.
Really, because to me it looked like you're trying to raise it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm wrong. I'm very wrong. Or am I overcomplicating this for myself? Am I overcomplicating this for myself? Step down 1. Oops. Step down 1. Bring you over here. How would I fix that? How would I fix that now? Because I ran out of these curvy boys, and these are locked. I can't rotate those. Oh Christ, I'm going to be spending a lot of time on this puzzle, aren't I? No. I have a 5. Look at that. Ah!
Great. Way more efficient. Probably safer, too.
So it doesn't explode on you. Cool. Got that done. These reflections are beautiful. The shadows are kind of wonky. Like, looking at his face here. Shadows are a little bit wonky. You've got... I'll stop it. Yeah. You're getting some ambient occlusion on his face, which is nice. But the shadows are still a little bit pixelated. The ray-traced shadows in some games are absolutely phenomenal. Probably the best rasterized shadows I've ever seen in a game is Final Fantasy 15. Final Fantasy 15 did a phenomenal job with rasterized soft shadows, which is very computationally expensive. Like, oh, this is cool. It's very computationally expensive, so I would, you need a beefy GPU to be able to run it.
Parker, Dr. Octavius,
But,
what you got there? Chinese. If
but,
I know you'd be
but
here,
when
I
you
would-
run it, it looks phenomenal.
What are you working on?
Oh, just a side project.
I'm Spider-Man.
Of course. It's you. I don't know what
Oh,
you're...
come on, Parker, it's obvious.
Let me explain.
I only wish you'd told me sooner.
I wonder if those are real
I
books
wanted
over there.
to.
There's a book called Ice the
But
Goose.
I
wonder
was
if that's
afraid
a
that if word got out,
real
my
thing.
family might be in danger.
Yes. I guess if you design his equipment, you're bound to be a target too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't worry. Your secret's safe. Well, I'll leave you to it.
Insomniac has... I haven't played any of Insomniac's other games, but the facial animations here are phenomenal. The eyes still look dead, but I mean, like, that's gonna sit in the uncanny valley for a long time. But like lip movements and blinking and like how the skin around
Check
the
your
brows shift, and like the little muscle twitches around the cheeks are really
This
good.
isn't how Doc fires me.
They're really good. because from what I can tell, I could be completely wrong. I'll need to watch it a little bit more. You're not getting that weird... Oh.
The revelation of your second job as Spider-Man suit crafter, is that the right term? Is a reminder of the good man and partner you are. No matter how hard you work, you still find time to help others.
I'll just talk. The text is on
screen.
screen.
The suit was a bit damaged, and I took the liberty of sketching up some of my own improvements.
Oh, it's
Attached
Doc
are a
Ock
few
that
ideas I had
upgrades
on
the
how
spider
we
suit.
could enhance his suit and help protect Spider-Man, who does so much for this city.
Oh,
Looking
Octavius
forward to the incredible work
doesn't
that
know
we're doing
that
and
Peter
changing the
is
world
Spider-Man.
together.
He knows he's the
Your
suit designer,
partner
though. Or thinks he's
and
the suit
friend.
designer.
Otto.
Oh, no. Okay. Wow. That can cause some
White
problems.
spider, huh?
I need to move my mic closer to me, I think. Use tokens to create an advanced suit. Oh, yeah! Complete side missions in citywide. Oh, okay, I see. There we go. There's the Insomniac spider suit. Auto equips thing suit. As I was saying, you're not, in the facial animations, you're not getting the weird Batman v Superman. No, not Batman v Superman. Justice League lip movement, because the upper lip on the human body doesn't move. Even though the muscles are pulled by other muscles, like especially when you smile, because like obviously when you smile it's your top teeth that show, but it's not the actual upper lip that moves. There's no muscles in the upper lip that move. It's all the cheek muscles that pull the skin up on the lip, which is a lot of thing that animators get wrong. And it's an easy assumption to make that both your lips move, but
That
it's
should
only
do
the
it.
bottom one. Oh, I don't actually get to upgrade it. Oh, oops. He just repairs it. Okay. Unless I missed something, I'm dumb. That foot shot is very much Sam Raimi from like the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie. That's very much the Amazing Spider-Man right there with Andrew Garfield.
Hello, New York!
This kind of...
New suit, same old me.
I love how they're taking inspiration from like everything. I wonder if Into the Spider-Verse... I'll need to check with the timeline from when the game had originally released. Use the DLC. Oh, I got the DLC. Cool. I'll need to check the timeline for when Into the Spider-Verse came out, because when he was driving through the cars like that, it kind of felt like a combination.
I think I figured out how Fisk's men are keeping his rackets running. Construction sites.
Wasn't that shut down when he was arrested?
No, it's one of his legitimate businesses. Multiple investors. We can't act without cause.
But now you've got that, right?
That's why I'm hoping you can keep an eye on the locations. Tell me if you see anything suspicious.
You got it. I'll be your nosy neighborhood Spider-Man.
Okay, I'm gonna wait for you to finish talking before I go to the story point. Because when he was riding through the cars like that, it felt like a neat combination between like all three variations of Spider-Man before Tom Holland.
Attention unit.
Such as
reported. Need an officer to check it out. Officers near Bowery, please respond.
like the Sam Raimi movie. I believe it was Spider-Man 2 where he starts driving through the traffic, which was a really neat scene for the time and like absolutely
My
amazing
loyal
compositing.
listeners, Rushheads, they call themselves, though never quite understood why, will remember my warning about the downright
I'll let J.
Orwellian
Jonah here
crime
finish.
monitoring system the city was installed. It's not operating. Why, you ask? Because someone came to their senses and realized they'd be violating...
You're
Oh no! I wanted to let him
construction
finish.
site. There's a lot of guys here who aren't exactly constructing.
What are they doing?
I want to go find out.
Just got a text from Doc. Looks like he attached an idea for a Spidey gadget. Man, does he ever stop inventing?
I'm drinking water. With Blindstorm Auto, you can craft the impact web. Hold space to craft the impact web. What does that do? Powerful web blast that instantly webs up enemies. Oh, that's fun. Kind of takes some of the fun out of needing to like button mash and panic to get it done, but yeah, we'll see. Unlock new gadgets with tokens. Okay, tokens to upgrade each gadget. Yeah.
Wow, this looks like it could work.
Oh, this is a tutorial site. That's why. Impact web. E to fire.
awesome. Doc would be proud.
For stealthing, that seems like it'd be good.
Maybe he did. Lenny says there's more than one Spider-Man. Bite your tongue. That's all we need. An army of Spider-Men. Boss is counting on us to keep things running.
For stealth
You
stuff,
guys
this
are
is
new here,
ooh.
so let me give you rule number 1.
The
You do
directional
not
audio
want
is
to be
phenomenal.
late with a shipment, ever. Boss runs a tight ship. He does not like screw-ups. We had this guy once. He decided to stop off for a drink on the way to a delivery. That was his last delivery, you know what I mean? We get paid well because we deliver. Every time, on time. Got it?
I get the feeling that he wasn't just fired. Is there anybody
Getting
else?
too old for this.
Yeah, there's nobody else. Okay, so I'll web you. Oh, I'm out. How do I fix it? Or not fix it. How do I refill it? Oh crap. How do I heal again? Is it F or R? R. No. Okay, so I have focus. No webs, so I'm SOL, spider drone.
Should have brought Sam.
What does that do? Oh, that's not what I wanted. What should Oh, okay. Okay, so I need to...
Guys, we got a spider problem.
See.
Spider-Man nearby. Sus, checking it out.
Oh, that's cool. They don't know where I am. Okay.
Heads up, we got an intruder. The wall crawling. Now you're gonna die. I hate this. It's gone.
Oh, run.
You live. You want some?
No, I do not.
Don't even think about doing that. Get him!
Oh.
The boss wants Spider-Man's head. He's doing that.
I'm out.
Shoot him down already.
Ooh. Epilepsy warning.
Get back here. I'm not done with you. I'll shut your mouth permanently. Keep him on the ground. I'm gonna teach you respect.
Oh, I need to push 2. That's it. Another button I need to remount. How do I dodge again? That's some shit to dodge.
Uh-oh. More of them.
Is it shift to dodge or right click?
Get down here and fight like a man.
Spider-Man, turns out we've busted 4 illegal firearms dealers within a 3-block radius
Oh,
of
it's
that
control.
site.
Gun
Oh,
running.
control is shit.
Let's see
It's
what I can do to
dodge.
cut down the supply.
Oh, that's disorienting. Disorientating.
He's getting weaker. Get back down here.
How do I heal? F? D? No. Q. Nope, not Q. R. How do I heal? Heal is 1. Okay. Oh! I thought there was a heavy attack, but apparently not.
You should have stayed in bed. Can't reach him. Back him down. No. Don't even think about it.
Oh, yeah, no. There must be specific ways that I can...
Take him down. I'm in an ass-kicking mood.
So am I!
He got Davey.
They actually
Have
advanced.
some of this.
That's actually a little a little horrified that they actually have names and you're just kicking the shit out of them. Here comes a suit power. Suit power gives you special abilities. Builds focus once your suit regenerate. That's awesome.
Dang, looks like they called their buddies.
That's awesome.
Get back down here!
That's cool.
Enough! Don't even think about
Oh, that's fun.
me. You don't mess with me, man. Live. Don't let him hang you! Back him down!
Oh, hey, more guys. Welcome to the party.
Oh.
House rules. Leave your shoes at the door. Unless you're not wearing socks, in which case, buy some socks already.
Wearing
Right, just go!
shoes without socks is a little bit of a interesting game to play. I find that it's more comfortable, but what ends up happening is your feet stink more. Because I think it's because like your feet are basically marinating in your sweat, so it becomes a little bit. C. I was pushing V. C.
Keep him on the ground. We don't stand a chance. Knock him out.
C. 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 C.
Get back down here. You just made a big mistake.
Wow, anyone want to surrender? No?
Another.
Oh. Oh no! Oh, I used them all. Dumbass. Okay, I need to build some focus so I can heal. Oh wait, 3. Woo! Where are enemies? Where are enemies? Where are enemies? I don't know. Get out. Oh, hello. Oh, I saw him. Oh, I can't actually, like... Yeah, I definitely need to remap too, because that's difficult to hit.
Oh crap! Look out! Knock him out! Heads up! He's airborne! Back him down!
I'm so bad with combos. Run! Oh. That is very disorientating. Ah. Okay, what am I doing?
Place is locked down, Captain. Actually, webbed down.
Someone finally reported shots fired, so I've got officers inbound. Good work.
Shots fired. Ooh, performed 10 finishers. I only did 3. Why?
Fisk has more construction sites throughout the city, vetting their fronts too. Keep an eye out, and report in if you see anything suspicious.
Oh wait, do I not have any main story quests? Oh, I don't have any main story quests. So I do need to actually finish up all these. Okay. I think then what I'm going to do is try out these police departments and kind of see what those are about, just out of curiosity. What is this? Octavius Industries. I'll drop by a police station just to kind of see what they're all about.
If I'm gonna find all of Fisk's construction sites, I should recalibrate my mapping software to be more accurate. Using a depth map post-process on photos of popular landmarks should do it. And I know just the one to start with.
Oh. Landmarking. Go to vantage point. Where's the vantage point? Oh, it's all the way over there. Which one's closer? I'll go to the vantage point first. Ooh, face first into a building. That's a recipe for pancake Spidey. Whoop. Oh, the birds are so cool. I wonder if you tried looking if you could find other landmarks for like references to other stuff. I don't know why. There's a sign back there that kind of vaguely reminded me of the Central Perk logo, or yeah, Central Perk from oh, what the hell is that show called? Friends.
Peter, good news. I think I smoothed things over with the grant committee. If Lance Corporal Texador's fitting tomorrow goes well, we should be okay.
That's fantastic, Doc. We're back on track.
Provisionally, as long as our little incident escaped the mayor's attention. You'll be at the fitting tomorrow?
Definitely. It'll go great. We're gonna change the world, Doc.
I'll settle for not starting any more fires. See you tomorrow, Peter. Here's to a successful day.
They're such good friends. That's awesome. The reflections are kind of glitching out there. That's weird.
Good old Empire State. Man, I love this town. Time to grab a snapshot.
Oh, I'm stupid. That's gonna make me look stupid. I said last time that was the Empire State Building, but that's the Chrysler Building then, I guess. My God, hold on. I feel dumb. I'm gonna Google this real quick. Empire State Building. Tourist attraction images. Okay, so yeah, that's the Empire State Building. He's right. Okay. So I was very wrong. Chrysler Building. And the Chrysler Building is... yeah, that. Okay. Oh, Christ. I feel dumb now. Anyways, R. Oops, R. Oh, this is cool. Aim camera. Use the viewfinder. Turns green. Subject off center. Where's the ticket? Oh.
That'll do it. Map should be recalibrated now. Haven't done much photography since quitting the Bugle. Forgot how much I enjoy it. Should keep an eye out for more landmarks to shoot.
There is a lot of stuff to collect in this game. So do you get XP points for that, or what happens? Okay, there is a lot that I need to do. Okay, so if I'm still getting story missions, I'll do another one of those, and then I'll visit a police station. R to disable camera. Neat. What's my next story objective?
Huh. It's Mr. Lee. Hello?
Peter, it's Martin Lee. I just wanted to let you know we need a little extra time to get set for May's party. I guess the cake delivery is stuck in traffic.
Oh, sure thing. Just let me know when you're ready and I'll swing by.
Great. Talk to you soon.
He's gonna be somebody.
Hey, got some time to kill. Let's see what's happening out in the city.
Explore a city, upgrade your gear and abilities. Oh, okay, so I don't even have a story objective right now.
All units on alert. We have a possible kidnapping. Officers near Gramercy, please report.
Okay, where's the police station that I wanted to go to? Did you remove my waypoint? Police station.
Attention units. Report received of a narcotics sale in progress. Officers in Murray Hill. Stand by for further instructions.
So is there anything for me to actually do at the
We
police
don't need you
stations?
here right now, right?
Yeah, it seems like I don't actually need to come to these places at all, which is kind of odd. Oh, these reflections. I know that screen space reflections have been possible for a long time, but like seeing legitimate ray traced shadows that don't disappear when you pan the camera, it's awesome. That's really cool.
Hi, Mr. Lee.
Hey, Peter. We're all set for the party whenever you're ready.
Oh, okay.
Cool. I'm on my way.
All right. Main story objective. I am a kilometer away from. Whoop. Oh, this is so cool. You feel like
Attention
such a
units.
badass
Drug
doing
deal
this.
reported. Need an officer to check it out. Officers near Bowery, please respond.
Okay, that's not what I wanted, but that works.
Now, where did I put my bag?
Yeah. Foliage is a little stiff, but can't have everything. Can't have everything. I wonder how hard that is on the knees
Mr.
to
Lee's
do
probably
that
in the
much
kitchen
jumping.
getting ready for the party.
Welcome to Feast. That's a odd acronym. Oh, choppy frame rate. What's happening? Oh, it's all probably all the NPCs. Feast. Food Emergency Aid Shelter Training. It's a little bit of a weird name, but makes sense for.
Hey, Peter.
Alright.
Hey, Peter. What's up?
Just dropping in.
My throat's parched. Remember to drink water, kids. Can I find anything if I explore right here?
Doesn't pay much. Rather live on the street than ask my parents, but
People don't realize how many kids are homeless. 1 in 30. And too many shelters aren't equipped to care for them.
Is that true? That's a really high number. I hope that's not true, because that's horrible.
Hi, Peter.
Hi. I know that the main objective is over there. I'm just trying to have a look around to... That's a neat water effect. It's hard to get water to look good in games. Like, Final Fantasy 15 was... I keep going back to Final Fantasy 15 because it's, like, the game that I have the most hours in.
Man, was I ever a dork.
Oh, that's Peter.
Well, we all have an awkward phase.
Ooh, that depth of field. I'll continue what I was saying here in a second. I'm just kind of trying to find stuff to poke at. That looks like a Logitech keyboard. Oh, it's Ben! I kind of like how, because I mean, like, everyone knows the origin story of, what was Q? Q is reset. Because everyone knows the origin story of Spider-Man. So
I was into horses. Wasn't everybody at some point?
I wasn't.
Wish May would take some of this down. It's embarrassing.
I think it's cute. I mean, she loves you. These have got to be real photos.
An artist I was not.
Okay, no, I don't know.
I'm sure it looks good to May.
I don't know if it's just like how small the photos are or what it is, but those almost look like real photos. I can't tell if they're 3D renders or not. That's
Wish
cool.
everybody had a mom like May. The world would be a better place.
It's hard to get water to look good in games just because it's, again, computationally expensive. Just because, you know, to render a box is literally just like you have 8 vertices, you can join them together with edges, slap a texture on the faces, and I mean, like, there's a little bit more to it than that. But yeah, so it's easier to render out things that have like very little geometry to them. The human body is a completely different thing, which is why character models took a long time to actually look good without looking chunky. And
Veteran homelessness is down, but still way too high. Good thing my buddy Flash Thompson's doing his best to fix that.
all their buddies in here.
You know, the business community's really stepped up. Both job training and hiring. Well, most of them. Sad not to see Oscorp here.
Shut up. I can't remember what the exact statistics are, but the Five Finger Death Punch music video for The Wrong Side of Heaven has a lot of disturbing but interesting information
I
about
never used to feel safe with the other shelter.
about
This one, I have never
veteran
had
homelessness and how they're
There's always
treated once they're
someone looking out
actually brought back from like whether it's deployment or training or anything like that. Five Finger Death Punch in general does a lot of really neat stuff. When you listen to the music by itself, you don't so much get that understanding out of it. You have to watch the music videos to get that context for it. But like their cover of Gone Away also had a really neat perspective on what it means to lose someone in deployment in the military. I've had family members that are deployed to the military. That was like a long time ago, so I don't it didn't really affect me personally to a degree, but like people like my father would be quite familiar with the ramifications of what it means to have a family member in that line of work and that sort of thing. And it's great work and it's very honorable, but goddamn, is such a big ask for it's a monumental ask, for someone to be involved in that kind of thing. It's incredibly respectful, and it's a shame that veterans aren't given the respect that they deserve to a certain degree. I'm not educated enough to really say a whole lot on it. I don't know. Okay, I feel like there's gonna be, I want to finish what I was saying about water. I get sidetracked. It's very difficult to get water to look good just because you need to have so much geometry within water to make it look smooth and good. There's other particle systems that are used in like 3D modeling softwares that don't use like triangles and stuff, polygons. It's still polygons, but there's a little bit more fancy computational stuff going on to make the fluid sim look better than if it was just raw triangles. But it's so computationally expensive. Blender's actually pretty neat. I'm trying to learn Blender a little bit in school. I'm learning Maya, which is like, you do basically the same thing with Maya as you would in Blender. But the nice thing about Blender is that it's free, while Maya is like incredibly expensive, and Blender requires a lot more work to make it look good. Compared to Maya, Maya's kind of like a plug and play kind of thing where you can just like model your thing and render it and it looks phenomenal. Blender, you have to do some like compositing tricks and renderer tweaks to get it to actually look on par, but it's still an incredibly amazing software if you want to get into that sort of thing, and it's 100% free, and there's hundreds of resources online to get into it, and it's really neat. But like for most simulations, if you wanted to simulate them within a 3D renderer, normally you would need to bake the simulation, which basically means cache it. Like anytime you hear of like baked lighting into a scene, or baked shadows, baked simulations, baked modeling, baked texturing, any of that kind of stuff, basically it means it's cached. So it's not being rendered in the fly. It's not being rendered in real time. It was actually like say most soft lighting, like the soft lighting that you're getting on the wall here, because it's only the reflections in this game that are ray traced. Likely that's baked lighting, like the lighting that you're seeing on the wall, which means that when the scene is being rendered, or even like as you're walking up to the building and like opening up the door, because they have like little tricks like that to kind of like swap assets in and out of memory. All this is pre-rendered, but not like the modeling, but like as you pan the camera and stuff is being like pushed into view and such. But like, you know, every time you look at the wall, or every time you see the sun or anything like that, because like, oh, you do have a soft shadow. Oh, you do have a soft shadow. It's actually kind of hard. It's not that soft, but that's a really good shadow. It's not like every time this comes into view that it needs to be rendered every single time. It's better to have that lighting data just sitting in memory. So rather than rendering it, it's just there and you can recall it quite easily. With a 3D renderer, you used to have to, and you still do for the vast majority of renders, you still need to bake the simulation into it. So you actually bake the sim, so you simulate the whatever it is, like whether it's an explosion, smoke, fire, fluid, whatever it is. You simulate it first. The computer stores it in its memory, or not even a memory. It puts it onto storage, like it saves it to your disk. So then it has the simulation data there because it's so CPU intensive to do it. And then once you push render to actually get your scene, it doesn't need to render the geometry. It doesn't need to, well, it does need to render the geometry, but rather than needing to, you know, render literally everything all at once, you know, like the modeling, the lighting, and all that stuff, and the fluid sim on top of that, which, and like rendering lighting is already an incredibly CPU intensive task. Rasterized lighting is all done on the GPU. None of that's handled by the CPU, which is why this can be done in real time. And ray tracing is actually now done on GPUs if you have an RTX GPU, which is nice. It accelerates things quite a bit. It's not as accurate as CPU rendering, but it's infinitely faster. And But yeah, so rather than having the renderer do that and have a even more CPU intensive task tacked on top of that with rendering, it's better to have the simulation data in cache, so then it can render out the scene and then just kind of pop in your simulation on top of it. It breaks it up into individual smaller smaller in quotations, smaller tasks to make it easier on the computer to do all that processing. Hello.
Hey,
I'm rambling
so
a lot
sorry
here.
I'm late.
You were right on time. Just keep her distracted while we get everything ready.
You got it.
Hey, there's my favorite aunt.
Hey, it's me.
Peter, what a nice surprise.
Need some help?
Yeah, sure. Oh, there are some heavy boxes.
No. I mean, not yet. I mean, I came to, I just wanted to talk.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Peter, are you in trouble? Do you need money?
No, I mean, I'm a little behind on my rent, but no, I'm fine.
Girl problems again, huh?
What? No, that's crazy.
I still wish you and MJ could work things out. She's a great girl.
She is.
The two of you would make some beautiful babies. Peter.
I love how
What is it?
I'll say it here in a moment. This
Come
seems
on.
like
You can tell me.
Seems like it's gonna be a little bit of a heartfelt moment.
These past few years,
Blinking, look at the
you helping me through college and working here, sacrificing so much and asking for nothing.
Oh, and the eyes like dart around a little bit.
I
like
just
they're
wish there were more people
tracking
like you in
little
the
bits
world.
of details. Oh,
He's right. 5 years ago, you walked in here and told me you were inspired by my mission to help others. Now it's you who inspires me. Thank you, May, for everything.
I should
Just many more years of
I
service.
just realized. Yeah, I didn't notice that, but there's a lot of detail in the
Thanks
eyes.
again for
The
setting all
eyes
this up.
are a lot more alive
I
than
just
I
wish
thought
I
they
could
were.
do more.
Well, May's always told me if you help
Especially on
someone,
those close-up shots.
You help everyone. Maybe we should send May to City Hall to have a word with the mayor.
It's not hyper-realistic by any means. It still looks like
I gotta
a
run.
video game, but the
Thanks again
animation
for
is
the party
just
and everything.
top
It
tier.
really means a lot.
It's almost like Uncharted 4. Uncharted 4, despite its age, has some of the best character animation I have
Voicemail from Yuri.
ever seen in the game.
Check it outside.
And that's even before the PC release that's coming out. If you're able to spot that kind of stuff, it is absolutely phenomenal. There's one sequence close to the start of the game where it's not really spoilers. It doesn't spoil the story. There's one sequence at the start of the game where Nate plays Crash Bandicoot
Hey guys,
on a
how's the
PlayStation.
game going?
How's it look like it's going? I'm winning.
Get this guy checked for dementia, Pete. I'm crushing him.
Well, the important thing is having fun.
I have a lot of fun whooping his ass.
In your dreams, crazy lady. Want a game, Pete? We play for peanuts.
No. Too rich for my blood. I'll leave you to it.
That's adorable. It's corny, it's cheesy, but it's adorable. But yeah, so in Uncharted 4, there's a sequence where Nate's playing Crash Bandicoot on a PlayStation, and after you complete the session, whether you win or lose, I've never actually beat it, so I don't know if you can actually beat Elena's. Is that her name, Yelena or Elena? I don't know if you can actually beat her score, but.
Hey,
Let me
silent
speak.
alarm at the auction house holding Fisk's estate sale just tripped. Could you check it out? Quietly? I don't want to make a scene if it's nothing.
Fisk estate sale. Sounds fun. Wonder what the Kingpin had hidden in his closets.
I don't know, Spidey. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. And she does this really cool head twitch kind of thing. Like she's curled up on the couch holding her legs, and she smiles, but like her head does this like little like dip sort of thing. It twitches, it shifts a little bit. She's giddy. She's giddy. You can see like the little like the little like muscle twitches in her movement before she turns and smiles and speaks to Nate. Like it's the little things like that sell an animation as being realistic, and it's taken a long time.
I lost track of you at the party.
Yeah, I had to get to the lab. Sorry.
Don't apologize. I just wanted to tell you how much what you said meant to me. I always wonder if I'm doing right by you.
Well, stop wondering. After losing my parents and Uncle Ben, there are so many times I would have fallen apart if not for you.
Well, that works both ways, Peter. I just wanted to make sure you knew that.
May, I don't know what to say.
Oh, I think Mr. Lee needs my help. I should go. See you soon, dear. I love you.
Love you too.
Oh, that is awesome. That's so sweet. I love games like this. I love games that have great mechanics that feel good playing them. You know, like they handle well. It's smooth. It's fun. But it's also so good when the characters have like that legitimate connection. Like there's chemistry between them. There's history. There's so much there that goes unsaid and is just hinted at. I love that in how stories are told within video games, because it's not, a video game is different than a movie. It's like you have to. It's interactive media, so you need to have it to where you can make your own choices while also still telling a good story and like kind of guide you along in that process. And a lot of games have been struggling to do that lately, which is really a shame. Don't get me wrong, there's some great story-driven games that have come out, but like there's other ones that just aren't honestly all that great. But as I was saying about the character animations, another thing that Uncharted 4 did phenomenally well, and again, this is like for the time, like it was quite a while ago that Uncharted 4 came out. It was a release title for the PlayStation 4, I believe. I wonder if that was intentional, Uncharted 4 and the PlayStation 4. I wonder if they like intentionally waited to do that, because that was like Nate's send-off story, like a thief's end, I think is what it was called. Another thing that they did really well in that is hand animations. Like the sequences where Nate is looking down at his notebook, or he's holding a leaflet of paper and he's like shuffling it around. You get like, it's not just like the fingers are robotic and they move and they shift the paper, they twitch, they shuffle things around. It's not, again, it's not like a robot just moving something. It's like you have little finger shuffles and they fumble over themselves trying to get grip on whatever it is that they're holding.
I'll tune my earpiece to listen for sounds of someone struggling.
It's so incredibly detailed. And I love it. It's amazing. And you're not so much getting it with the bodily movements in this game. You're getting it in the facial animations, which Uncharted 4 also had great facial animations for. Oh, I don't want to go through Central Park. That's a bit of a pain in the arse. Oh, Fisk headquarters. I'm gonna go over here real quick. But yeah, you get those little fine motor details within the character models, and it's phenomenal. As I said, it helps sell the animation as being real, even though it doesn't look real and you know it's not real. It just really helps in selling the character, the animation. There's life to it. This is cool. This is so cool. Oh, crap. What was I saying earlier? Oh, when Peter was talking to May, there is, I find it kind of funny how, like, parents go through the sequence of, like, you know, when, you know, you're a teenager and you hit puberty and you're starting to, you know, get interested in people and you start, like, you know, having, intimate moments with people and that kind of thing. You're experimenting, you know, like you know, hormones going crazy. You want to do things with people, and parents for the vast most part, like discourage it. I don't really know why. I get that it's kind of for their safety because you don't really know like what the risks are and you haven't like experienced anything that says that it's an incredibly risky thing to do with people. Without proper precautions and protection and all that kind of stuff. So I get why parents do it, but like to outright discourage it is a little bit
nasty car wreck down there. People might be hurt.
Oh, where? But oh, here. But yeah, I find it funny. Where is it? Is it over here? No. Or V. Investigate the auction house. Where's the auction house? Oh, no! Sorry, I hit you with a manhole cover. There's no way that you're getting up from that. Oh, the frame rate's really choppy down here. I wonder if it's because of like all the NPCs. Yeah, I think it's all the NPCs that are doing that.
Watch it!
But I find it funny how you go like from like the one segment of where parents discourage you from doing that kind of stuff, and then there comes a point in an age where they're like, when are you going to have children? I want grandchildren. I kind of find it funny how that sentiment changes with people, or with parents specifically. Why don't I try what? Oh, this kind of lighting. Direct sunlight lighting is usually pretty easy just because, like, you know, it's a direct light, but to get like the little fine nuanced details like around the corners of the frame, like that bloom, that occlusion, all that stuff, it's so good. It's so good. And I mean, like, it's rasterized lighting. There's better lighting systems out there, but for rasterized lighting, it's beautiful. It's great. Love it. I love it.
Yuri, sit quiet.
I love it.
Better find a back way in.
Oops. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Ah! Another thing... Oh, let me speak.
Hi, Mr. Muggins. If this is about the rent...
Mr. Parker, this call serves as your third and final warning. Eviction proceedings...
Wait, I get paid at the end of the week. I get... Ugh.
Eviction proceedings will start Friday unless full payment is received by close of business. Good day.
Yeah, good day.
Oof, poor Spider-Man. Oh, that's fun. I'll talk about that here in a second. But story-wise, another thing that I like about this game, and Homecoming did it as well, like the Spider-Man movie, the first solo movie with Tom Holland. They did it as well because, like, we all know the origin story of Spider-Man. You know, like, Uncle Ben gets killed somehow and Spidey seeks out his revenge, and that's kind of like how he gets like the first taste of being a hero, but he did it for the wrong reasons. He was vengeful and spiteful and rage-fueled to do it. And that's where he has to learn the responsibility of having these amazing powers and all that kind of thing. He, having experienced it twice, it wasn't that bad, like watching Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. I mean, like, they had a neat spin on it. But both movies had really neat takes on how that happened. Like, because with Ben and the Amazing Spider-Man, it was done on screen. And it was kind of indirectly caused by Peter. It was indirectly caused by Peter in The Amazing Spider-Man, which I found to be actually, like, incredibly heartbreaking, that it was kind of his fault. As much as The Amazing Spider-Man kind of sucks, like that kind of stuff was actually really well done for it. And then in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, oh crap, not what I wanted. You see it happen and that kind of thing. It happens off screen, so it's like you don't really get any closure. You don't really get any reasoning as to why it happened. You know who did it. It's just like you don't actually get the reason as to why it happened until like much later in the Sam Raimi movies, which is story-wise a little bit unfortunate, but like it helps ease the story and push it forward and not make it nearly as dark and serious and gritty as what The Amazing Spider-Man tried to be. But like, you know the story. There isn't a whole lot that you can do to put a spin on it, so it's nice that when they introduce Tom Holland, you don't get a retread of that story thread. They don't retell the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. You get the gist of it. You know what happened. So it's just like, in this game, for it to say that, like, oh yeah, it happened, I miss you, and you have photos of him. So, like, it shows that he was there. It shows that he's still gone. It happened. But it's like, you don't need, story-wise, yeah, it's not something that needs to be told again. Now, on the other hand, you get DC that, can I come out here? On the other hand, you get DC where, like, what we've seen, we've seen Batman's parents die like how many times in live action movies at this point? Like, how many Batman movies have there been? And you get the flying pearls, you get like the old, I shouldn't say old, but you get like the Prohibition style long coats, wool coats and stuff, like in a dark alleyway, and like everyone falling and Bruce just kind of standing there over his parents. It's a truly heartbreaking story. Like, the origin story of Batman is actually like extraordinarily unfortunate. Is it beyond unfortunate? I don't know why I'm saying it that way. Anytime there's a new movie that comes out, there's no actual spin on how it happens. Like, because again, like in The Amazing Spider-Man, you actually get a new reason as to why Ben died. It's still a crook. It was still a criminal that like killed him and all that. But the reason as to why it happened is completely different. While in the Batman movies, there's really never any reason for it happening. I can't remember how it played out in Michael Keaton's Batman, but I'm pretty certain the Joker actually had something to do with it in Michael Keaton's Batman, and I think that may have been the parallel that they were trying to draw in Joaquin Phoenix's.
Check out that silent alarm at the auction house.
Oh, shut up. And I think that's kind of what they were trying to allude to happening actually in Joaquin Phoenix's solo Joker movie right at the end. I think they're kind of like trying to draw a little bit of a parallel between the Michael Keaton movie and the Joaquin Phoenix solo Joker movie, which is neat. Like thematically speaking, that's kind of neat to like harken back to that. And then but then beyond that, you get you get a little bit more of an elaboration on it in Batman Begins by what the hell is his name? Christopher Nolan. Did Chris Nolan direct Batman Begins? Yeah, because he's credited for the Dark Knight trilogy, so I think he did do Batman Begins. You get more backstory to his parents, which is nice. It adds to the character. But overall the imagery is exactly the same. Like how it happens is basically the same. And then you saw it like how many times happened in Batman v Superman with what's his face? Ben Affleck and that. And then like even the other
And now for listener emails. May from Queens writes, "You're so full of anger, and I wish you could get help managing it. It's terrible for
okay,
your..."
I'm just gonna continue the story. I'll try talking while we're going here. Oh, that's not good. But but yeah, like and like all the other live action Batman movies, like with what's his face.
Where is the file?
Oh, what is his name?
There's someone else here. They must have taken it.
He was in Top Gun.
Who are these guys?
Val Kilmer, George Clooney, and
there's no one here but us.
Those guys, like
We will find the file.
You had the same retread of Bruce's parents dying, same imagery, pearls flying, and all that stuff. Come to think of it, actually, the Batman
Yuri,
with
the silent alarm was legit. Masked gunmen and a single hostage. Looks like a heist in progress.
Copy that. Sending units your way. Keep the situation from getting worse in the meantime.
Can do.
We can kind of explore the I don't want to go that way just yet. The come to think of it, actually, in I keep forgetting people's names. I'm so bad with names. Twilight Boy, in the latest Batman movie, Ryan Johnson. No, it's not. What the hell am I saying? It's not Ryan Johnson. God damn it. What is his name? Robert Pattinson. There we go. In Robert Pattinson's movie, come to think of it, I don't think you actually get the imagery of his parents dying. It's just kind of like they're gone, they're missed, that type of thing. Like you don't get it. Yeah, they do actually completely change why Bruce's father died. Oh, they did. Yeah, and I think that's another thing that people liked about it, is that like it's not the same story, it's not the same imagery that we're so used to with Batman. Like it's got a unique spin on why his parents are dead and that kind of thing. It happened for completely different reasons, and you never actually see it happen. It's unique, it's smart, it's a new idea. It's not just like you're treading over the already beaten down path. It's a good way to tell
do this quietly.
It's a good way
Don't
to
wanna
take a
alert the
character and tell a new story. Hold to aim at the floor. There's a purse takedown. Oh, that must hurt.
They always look so cozy whipped up like that.
Are you sure about that? Do I just jump down and go, or... Oh. That must be hard to do that animation, to get him to go through the stuff like that. It's already pretty damn hard in game development to get your character to actually like walk through a door. That's already a pretty difficult job to do for a game engine. I can remember what the exact reasoning is. I watched a couple of videos as to why it's actually difficult to get your character to fluidly walk through a door, which is why for a long time. And also like memory limitations and computational limitations and that kind of stuff. But that's kind of why, like, anytime that you would walk into a room in some older games, it would cut to black and then it would fade in, and it would load in the room. because it's hard to get your character to animate smoothly through the door, because you have to anticipate like where the character's gonna be, you know, like are they directly in front of the door, are they off to the side, are they like, you know, jumping into it, you know, like there's a lot of things that go into it. So I guess having a specific animation, because in this case you push C and he like shoots towards it and then the animation plays, so it's probably like there's no actual variation in terms of like how he gets to the door, which is why you can have such an elaborate animation for getting in. Perhaps? I don't know, maybe I'm just speaking out of my ass. Cool. Where do I go from here? Where do we go from here? Can somebody tell me why it's over? Get behind an enemy for a stealth takedown. How do I... Do I just like walk up behind them? How do I...
贝斯科的手下已经绝望了，正该这样。
Oh!
You stay quiet now.
You just shattered his face! He's dead! Spidey! You just iced the man! Oh, get off the wall, get off the wall. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Someone's coming. They'll see me down here.
Oh no. Ah! Okay, do I wait here? Is somebody coming in? Or what's happening? X-ray vision. I don't think anybody's actually coming into the room, so let's go up in here.
My patience wears thin.
Someone else is here. I swear. She must have the file.
Oh, my keyboard's dying. My keyboard's dying. Oh no, no, my keyboard's dying. I need to plug it in. What happened?
Are they?
Did he kill her?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I just don't know.
Move it, Pete. Bad guys are getting ready to be bad.
看看谁敢来找死。
Okay, let's go. Crap. Alright, let's go.
眼睛睁大点，有开了。
Press V to show enemies that are safe for takedowns. I can't go anywhere. Distraction objects. Oh.
终于等到这时候了，肯定不是我的幻觉。有人在那儿吗？
I don't think I did that right. Anyways, let's go.
Hey, what is that?
It's a camera. With Spider-Man's face on it.
This totally belongs to...
Don't move.
Buddy, if I had a nickel for every don't move...
I'd be rich. Oh! What's her face?
Hey, Pete.
MJ?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Same as you. Working. At least, I was.
Oh, I think this is yours.
Yeah, thanks.
So, Robbie's got you covering a break-in for the Bugle?
Well, Robbie doesn't technically know I'm here. And it wasn't a break-in until a few minutes ago.
Uh-huh?
Let me explain.
Exposition. Got some like noir music going on in the background there. The hair in this game looks great as well.
Excuse me.
I'm curious as to how
Hi, Mary
hair is
Jane Watson.
rendered in
I'm
modern
covering
games.
the Fisk estate sale.
Hello.
Because it used to look
Craig
really
said
chunky.
we'd do this tomorrow.
And then NVIDIA came up with their
like to get a jump on things.
proprietary software.
Well, I
NVIDIA,
don't.
that's another
You'll
thing
have
I
to
need
come
to
back
talk
tomorrow.
about.
Right.
I'll wait till
Okay.
this is done.
I'm sorry.
I have a headache for some reason.
Hey, Craig? No, sorry. It looks like we're gonna have to run something else on the cover. I don't know. Maybe the expressionist piece?
You know what? I think I can make today work.
Are you sure?
You're here. No moment like the present.
Thank you. Craig? Never mind. We're good.
She's a master manipulator.
Let's get started.
Wasn't
Look
actually
around
called
and
that.
familiarize yourself with the items. I'll be waiting by the Baku statue when you're ready to begin.
Can do.
Oh, cool. This is fun. But yeah, because the NVIDIA's HairWorks software and any of, not software, but tech, as well as any of their other proprietary game engine technologies, they're phenomenal. They're really good. Like, what is it? HBA something. Yeah, HBAO. And SSAO? SSAO? Yeah, that kind of stuff. I believe that's all proprietary ambient occlusion rendering techniques that are that NVIDIA or people can implement into games with NVIDIA GPUs, and it's phenomenal. Like Final Fantasy 15 had that for the ambient occlusion, and that's what allowed for like such amazing shadows in a rasterized engine, and
Bet Fisk saw himself in this. A great man willing to do what others wouldn't. Dude had no self-awareness.
a lot of men don't. It's called hubris. And it's great. Like it's absolutely phenomenal tech. Same with RTX, you know, like DLSS and ray tracing and that kind of stuff. Like don't get me wrong, it is absolutely amazing. The only problem with it, and like DLSS is amazing. Like DLSS is a whole other thing that's like a breakthrough in GPU architectures. Because like I mean like for games, yeah, you can lower it at a lower resolution and then upscale it to be a much to a much higher resolution, and there's like no perceptual loss in quality to a certain degree. But like for other rendering programs, like I keep going back to Blender and that kind of stuff. Like you get noise in renderings, and like that's another thing that the DLSS cores do really well, or not DLSS, tensor cores do really well in NVIDIA GPUs. Where
I get why Peter does it, but I never totally loved the heroes hiding behind masks thing. Feels like part of being a hero is standing behind your actions, being willing to say, yeah, that was me. That's the sort of hero I'd want to be, at least.
it puts you in danger though. Like if people know who you are, it makes you a target. That goes for anything, not just being a hero. It's why a lot of activists wear masks sometimes. Standing up for what you believe can get you in a lot of trouble, whether it's for good or bad intentions and reasons. But yeah, like it's all absolutely phenomenal tech and it's beautiful. But the only problem is that it's exclusive. Like it's not cross compatible with other GPU architectures and types, such as AMD and now Intel. But like, it's also very difficult and expensive to implement, because even though NVIDIA holds a major market share, RTX is still a minority. Like not a lot of people have RTX GPUs, so you're limiting the reach of your technology already to the number of people that can get it, and at this point it just becomes a marketing ploy to show like, hey, you know, like we have this incredibly advanced this incredibly advanced technology that like nobody can have. And those that do have it, it's great, you know, because like the tensor cores can be used for so much more. I love how like interactable everything is. Like it's great tech, and the tensor cores can be used for so much more than.
Peter opened like a pork sausage with this the first time they fought. Pete got away, collapsed in my yard half dead, and I had to steal my dad's car to drive him to the ER. The first of many Nurse MJ moments. Too many.
The horse shit. So wait, we didn't see, I wonder if there's a scar on him. I wonder if you look at him shirtless, if there's a scar on him. I don't think there is. I think I would have noticed it. But yeah, so you're already alienating some of your customer base by, and like you kind of do have to limit it to the RTX GPUs, because they did allow RTX to actually run on the shader cores of previous gen GPUs. I think it's the 9 series and above. So you can run ray tracing on older cards like the 9 series and up. It just sucks because again, it's so computationally expensive that the shader cores can't handle it. You need to have accelerator cores like what the RTX GPUs have. But still, it's the fact that RTX needs to be an NVIDIA add-on, like a plugin into the game engine, all even more so limits who can implement it and who can have it. Because again, it's expensive to implement. It's expensive to put into your game. It's like SLI. That's why SLI died, because it was just such an exclusive tech that needed to be written into the game for it to work. It wasn't just something that would work on the fly. It's not like AMD's FSR, where FSR if you want the good version of FSR, I think it's called FSR. It needs to be written into the game, but other than that, you can get a version of FSR just running without it needing to be written into the game, and it's not on par with DLSS, but it's pretty damn good for being just there if you have an AMD GPU. So like, you know, and it's open source. So like at that point, even amateurs can implement it if they really wanted to and modify it. That's what open source means, is that you're free to modify it as much as you wish. So, oops, shit, I hit my mic. So NVIDIA's stuff is great, but it's incredibly exclusive and difficult to actually use. And the same thing happened with Hairworks. Because Hairworks, in terms of hair simulation, holy crap, it looks great. Like, Final Fantasy XV had it on a lot of the monsters, and, like, it's all physically based hair strands, and they look great. The characters didn't have it, which I found kind of weird. It was in The Witcher 3 and a handful of other games. I believe the Tomb Raider games used it for Lara Croft's hair, and then The Witcher 3 had it for Geralt's hair and some of the other animals' hair and stuff, and it looks great, because I mean, like, even here, like, her ponytail doesn't react with her movement, while for Hairworks it would, so it looks good, but again, you have to specifically write it into the game engine, which takes time and money away from developers. So it's better to figure out other ways of rendering hair. I don't know how it's done here, just because it's cheaper. So, yeah, it's I don't know. There needs to be a little bit more of a distinction between, like, who gets access to what and for what cost. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah.
I remember when Fisk started illegally importing artifacts like this. He bought the local harbor to cover his tracks and laid off the old staff, including my dad. Wish Dad was here now to see how the tables have turned.
Because even the tensor cores are great. DLSS, it's great for gamers, but you're not using them to their full advantage. You can use them for, like, AI accelerated workflows for, like, training neural networks and helping with other types of simulations and stuff. In 3D rendering, like the kind of thing that I want to get into, it's amazing for denoising a ray traced image, because ray tracing is incredibly noisy, especially if you don't have many rays. Like noise, like, you know, if you take a picture and you zoom in into a very dark, like, specifically on your phone, like take your phone, take a picture of something dark, and zoom in on the blacks, and you'll start to notice a lot of pixelated mess. You get like some spots are really bright, other spots are like dark and stuff. Like that's noise. That's what noise is, and it's just because there's no data for the sensor to actually pick up, so it just kind of guesses what's missing. And when it comes to 3D rendering, low resolution lighting, like if there's not very many rays bouncing around the scene, you get a lot of noise as well. So if you want to speed up rendering workflows, because again, like physically based lighting is incredibly difficult and time consuming to render. So to have a denoising engine to render a low quality version of it that is clear, so you can actually see what's going on in your scene before, pardon me, before you finally render your image at a much higher quality, it helps a lot. It's great. It's awesome. It's phenomenal. I love it. But again, it's exclusive. And you pay for that exclusivity, which sucks. Another great thing with Blender that I want to say, actually, is that they also have real-time renderers. A lot of 3D renderers don't. You have to render it at a very low quality, as I just said, for physically based stuff, which takes a lot of time. You know, like even a very simple scene can take anywhere from like
Sometimes
a few seconds to hours to render a single frame.
Boys playing dress up and which fights.
And a few seconds doesn't sound bad. A few seconds doesn't sound bad to render out an image, but like, you know, if you have a whole entire animation, suddenly those seconds for frames, it adds up. Even at low resolutions, if you want to have like a pre-visual of what your scene is going to look like. So to have a real-time render, and like a real-time renderer uses rasterization, it's basically a game engine. It's a game engine, quite frankly, to put it lightly, or to put it very simply. And Blender has that, so you don't get the accuracy and you don't get the beauty and the what's the term I'm looking for, the fine finish over top of the image or your render or your scene with the real-time engine, but at least you have a visual. At least you can kind of get an idea as to how everything's looking and it's almost done in real time. You just push play and it goes. So it's awesome for pre-visual, and then you switch it over to the physically based render to take more time and get that polish on it. It looks amazing. And another thing that Blender actually introduced in, I don't know if it was like 3.0 or 3.2 or what it was, you can also do simulations in real time now, but like I was talking about how you need to bake a fluid sim or a smoke sim or anything like that into the cache data, which takes a lot of time. You can do it in real time now. You can do it in real time. Again, it's another thing where like you just set up your scene and then it bakes it in real time. You can play out your simulation right then and there. But it is still simulation. It's still going through exactly the same processes as you're baking it. So you need to have a very beefy system to be able to handle it in real time. Which is, again, unfortunate, but at that point, it's not an exclusivity thing. At that point, it's just a power limitation, depending on what kind of a system you have, which is, at least then you're not fighting with proprietary software and that kind of stuff, and proprietary hardware and specific hardware, and requiring specific hardware to do that. So that's a lot better. But yeah, no, it's computers are coming so damn far. Like so much of the stuff that used to take days to render can now be done in seconds to minutes. It's amazing. Computers, video game, graphics.
I can't get over this image.
I'm
so much
my neck
tension
hurts.
between these two figures.
I apologize if I'm ranting far too much. I am in a very talkative mood right now. I'm at a point in school where we're getting into a lot of exciting stuff regarding compositing, 3D rendering, and that kind of stuff. So it's all that is just fresh on my mind. I'm so excited for it. But if I'm ranting too much, somebody yell at me, please. I'll tone it down if you need to.
Kyoto. So beautiful. Part of me wishes I could drop everything and travel the world. But life and work are here.
I want to go to Japan. I don't want to live in Japan. I don't know what that would be like, but oh, a cello. Is that a cello? Yeah, it's a cello, I think.
What did Fisk call this? Vanessa?
Japan is a beautiful place. It looks like a beautiful place anyway, and I hear great things from people that travel to it, so I'll just need to learn the language.
Let me know when you're ready to begin.
Sounds good.
A classmate of mine is Japanese, and he's saying that there's people that speak, a lot of people that speak English in Japan, but apparently it's
investigative journalist.
Apparently you're not very well respected by the locals if you don't speak the local language, which is completely understandable. It's the same here. It's the same way that an English speaker might get mildly frustrated with someone that doesn't really speak English. It's the same deal. It's a two-way street. And you go to a foreign country that's not your native country, and then you don't speak the local tongue, and there's just that frustration on both parties because you can't communicate. So. But it's also a cultural thing. Like some cultures are incredibly proud of their languages as well, because that's your heritage. That's who you are. That's your blood. So for a lot of cultures, it's ingrained into you that your language is important.
Always hated this cane. So tacky.
I'm answering a text. I'm just recording. Leave me alone. No, don't leave me alone. I love you. My throat's going dry. I've been talking too long. Okay, I don't think there's anything else to see.
Starting with the prize, a one-of-a-kind Kakemon Baku.
Is that Chinese?
Beautiful. It's a Mifune?
Correct. Mr. Fisk has exceptional taste. I think you forgot the photograph.
Oh, crap. I was listening to what you were saying. I'm sorry.
Did you know him well before his arrest?
In a professional context. I handled many of his sales. Let's move on, please.
Those are very high heels. I think that's Chinese, right? I don't know what those are supposed to be. I think they're supposed to be lions of some sort, or some kind of big cat.
Now this exquisite piece exemplifies the traditional Tarashikomi puddled ink effect.
Puddled
The
ink.
two Neo are so imposing. I can see why Fisk liked this piece. Definitely his style.
He loved the duality. Destruction screams, but creation toils in silence.
I mean, you're not wrong. I aimed the camera. I took pictures. Am I not doing the right thing? Oh. Here we go.
Was there ever anything irregular in any of the sales you handled for him?
No. No, of course not.
Clearly, you
Not
can see
that I
that
was
I'm not a
aware of.
photographer. I love taking pictures. I love photography. I'm just not a photographer. Shut up. Stop vibrating. My watch. Nothing else.
Notice the intricate gold inlay on this ceremonial tea set.
It's just a friend in the DA's office mentioned that Fisk used art sales to launder stolen goods.
I'm sure I wouldn't know anything about that. Grab a picture, please.
Oh, you're getting frustrated. You're getting feisty, aren't ya? You don't like that I'm nosing around. You're starting to see that I'm not here for anything. I'm here for something else.
Did you snap a photo already?
Stop it.
Make sure you don't forget.
Ah, you're catching on to me. You want me to get out of here. You're trying to rush me out.
Oh, I know. I was just wondering, now that he's arrested, if you had ever noticed anything strange.
You know what? I'm actually running short of time.
There you go.
Why don't we grab the cover photo while we can?
When I told my DA friend I was doing a piece on you, he mentioned your name was familiar.
Just the photo, please. Stand right there.
Are you sure there's nothing you'd like to say, maybe off the record, regarding Fisk's activities?
I don't think your readers would have any interest in...
She knows
Damn it.
exactly what's going on.
Wait here, please.
She knows exactly what Fisk was up to. She's hiding something.
Wait, I recognize that statue. I gotta get a photo. That shouldn't be here.
Hello? Craig, I'll call you back.
Craig.
My dear, I think it's time for you to go.
Oh, could I use the restroom real quick?
Fine. Follow me.
Thank you.
Oh, she's frustrated.
This is a really lovely space.
It is. And this will be the last time you see it. The ladies is around the corner. Be quick.
Of course.
Harsh.
Be right back.
Harsh. The disrespect. Is that music? Hold on. Okay. I thought I was hearing like music down the street for a second. My windows are open. Yeah, I thought I was hearing something outside. I'm like, oh, is there music going on? Is there something going on outside? But no, it's all in the game. Did someone knock on my door? Hold on. Jesus, I must be going insane! The end is near. The voices, they call to me. I thought someone knocked on my door. I feel like I'm going mildly insane. First it was music outside, then a knock on my door, and it's just, nothing.
Hello, Craig. Funny you should call. Because the reporter you sent is clearly not working the puff piece we agreed upon. No, she's here now.
I've got to get into that back room. If that statue is what I think it is, this just turned into a huge story.
What do you mean he had to reschedule?
I mean, it makes you a good reporter, but like, don't risk your job for it.
If she's not your reporter, who is she, Craig?
Oh, she's not even his reporter.
Who is in my auction house? Oh my god.
How do you not?
No, I do not trust you to fix this.
How do you not see my head poking out over this?
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is have Miss Investigative Journalist arrested. And the second thing I'm going to do is collect your head, Craig.
Dang, she's pissed.
It is most definitely.
Stop looking over here.
Uh-huh. Sure, Craig. Right.
Get it.
I don't believe
Pete told me about this.
How did you not see that?
Excuse
I'm not
to
complaining
hide
though.
evidence. Why didn't the cops take it?
Don't.
I know this statue opens.
Don't touch the.
But how?
Don't touch the art.
He's holding something.
Is it a scroll or a weapon? This thing right here. This bad boy. I need it. Yeah, this thing. On the right.
That's the Neo behind them. But it looks different.
Okay, she's probably coming back in here at any moment. It's this thing. Right here. Am I missing something? What am I doing?
She certainly is cozy with Fisk.
Can I interact with this? No, I can't. What do I do? Because it's this thing. On the postcard here, he's holding... Can I take this with me?
Something's in one of his hands. What is that?
Oh, Oh, okay, there we go.
Statue can move. Most common pose is latent power. Mouth closed, left arm down, right palm facing forward.
Oh, don't touch it. Don't touch it, Mary Jane. Okay, so I think I got that. Let's click on the thing here. So, oh, I can't click on anything. Okay. Can I manipulate the hand? F.
Maybe these pieces move.
So what was it? Left arm down, palm open. Oop, no. Yeah, left arm down, right arm up. Palm up. Mouth closed.
Maybe I should turn the head. Nice. So close. But a piece is missing.
This bad boy.
I've seen these before.
Oh, it's this one. No, it's this one. Or do I try them all? Oh, I can select them all. Okay. Yeah, no, it's this one. That's a beautiful model. Just like hacking into the lady's head.
That's it. Norman Osborn. What is this? Devil's breath. What is devil's...
Uh-oh.
What the...
Excuse me, sir. You can't be.
Oh, okay. Now we're caught up to speed. Those are
Where's the statue?
Those are kabuki masks, right?
there.
I think those are kabuki masks, if I'm not mistaken.
把文件找出来。
I'm probably completely wrong. Oh, and there's the camera.
I was on my way to the exit when I saw you.
You're lucky to be alive.
This is the guy I saved 5 minutes ago. Listen, Whoever these masked guys are, they're after this file. But I'll never get it out of here while the place is swarming with them.
How have you had this much time to talk to him without anybody coming in to talk to
hide
these
back
guys?
there.
And are you just
I
having,
take out the bad
having a
guys. You make a
conversation
break
with
when
like
it's
the other
clear.
dudes
Sounds like a plan.
in the room there? That's not good.
Good to see you, Pete.
Yeah, there's people in the room.
Yeah,
You just
you
addressed
too.
it by Peter.
Not exactly how I pictured us meeting again, though.
Funny. It's exactly how I pictured it.
They love each other. They love each other.
Did she change her perfume? Focus, Pete, focus.
Yes. All right. Of course.
Should clear these guys out before I push forward.
谁在那儿？我受伤了。有其他人。累了，蜘蛛来了，要换班吗？
Ah, crap. I think I
Okay,
messed up.
Pete. I'm hidden near the front. Give the word and I'll make a break for it.
Will do. How about that file? What's in it that these guys want so bad?
Notes on something called Devil's Breath. Fisk was hired to build a secret research lab for it. Not clear what Devil's Breath is, but it seemed to scare Fisk. He compares it to Pandora's box.
Not much shook Fisk. We need to get you and that file out of here. Hang tight.
谁在那儿？
Nap time.
Get.
那有可能是老鼠。不过
Gotta stay silent.
别走了，蜘蛛头部。我们全。
啊！
蜘蛛侠在这儿。
No! Crap. Okay, let's try again.
随时备战，老板就指望我们了。
So let's
Okay,
get
Pete. I'm hidden near the front. Give the word and I'll make a break for it.
Will do.
So let's get.
How about that file? What's in it that these guys want so bad?
Notes on something called Devil's Breath. Fisk was hired to build a secret research lab for it. Not clear what Devil's Breath is, but it seemed to scare Fisk. He compares it to Pandora's box.
Not much shook Fisk. We need to get you and that file out of here. Hang tight.
这是
Please, don't hurt me.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, there's a lot of them. How do I get into that room? Is there a vent that I can climb into? There must be a vent I can climb into too.
Gotta stay silent.
How do I jump down? Can I jump down, please? Ooh! Okay.
Okay, room is clear.
But now I have all those guys to worry about.
Keep it tight, Pete.
Danger.
谁在那儿？
Easy does it.
Get up! Dumbass. Get. Danger.
蜘蛛侠就在附近，保持警。
Man, Fisk had a lot of stuff. Sleep it off.
That was loud. Okay.
One room at a time. Clear this out before I continue.
我们一定会找到他。
Okay.
That's all of them.
Okay.
No! Let me go!
MJ.
Uh-oh. Oh no! Ow.
Stop!
No. Hide!
Combat.
Not cool with the hostage-taking guys.
Ooh. Yeah, powers.
Whoa, what is up with that glowy stuff on your hands? Are you guys ghosts? Never fought a ghost before.
Oh no, I'm destroying the artifacts.
I mean, I've fought specters, but, you know, technically specters aren't ghosts. All ghosts are specters, but not all specters are ghosts. You know what I mean?
Get him!
Seems like this is an energy thing, not a ghost thing. All good. Fight a ghost stays on the old bucket list.
Focus. Cool. Uh-oh. Oh, big guy, big guy, big guy, big guy. Nay, thee. Two. That's cool. Yeah, I need to take care of you.
That was a workout. Huh. Looks antique. I think I know someone who could help track down where this came from.
Do they not have eye holes?
A job for later.
I guess not.
I just talked to Craig. You are not the reporter he was sending. You don't even work for Heritage Arts.
Never said
You're
I
still
did.
worried about that? You just had a break-in
Mary
with
Jane
like
Watson,
superhumans.
Daily Bugle.
You will not write a word of what you saw
For the
here.
record, what do you know about the file those masked men stole?
That... I don't...
What about the long history of stolen goods Fisk has laundered at this auction house?
Your editor will be hearing from our attorney.
Why?
Mix? Like the last 6 months never happened?
Aw. That's sweet. So have they been apart? So have they been broken up for 6 months at this point then?
Since when did Mix become Italian?
No idea, but I'm still glad he makes these fries.
Totally. Best in city.
So, how's the grind at the Bugle?
Well, I just got an all-caps text from Robbie about my so-called antics tonight. So it looks like I'll be meeting with a legal team. Again.
As soon as he reads the article you're gonna write, guaranteed promotion.
So, creepy mask guys. What's your take?
Just another night in the city. What's your take?
I feel like there's a bigger story there.
They have powers, Pete. They're not just regular guys.
Let's not make this all about business. How's it going with you? Did you get that promotion?
No, but we're on the cusp of something really big.
You know Oscorp would hire you in a heartbeat, right? One phone call to Harry.
Sure, but Dr. Octavius is working for millions. I'm right where I want to be, right where I should be.
Almost sounds like it's more important than your other job. I've never heard you talk like that before.
A lot can change in 6 months.
Why did you ask me here, Pete?
He loves you. He wanted to see you.
Just dinner between friends.
Friends. Is that what we are?
Maybe we could be, you know, if that's what you wanted.
Aw. Like the little furrowed brow.
A lot
like,
of baggage here.
oh, she's gonna cry.
Sure, but is that so bad? I mean, baggage can carry good things too, like money and keys, and raspberry lip balm.
Do you remember why we broke up?
This is a trick question, isn't it?
Saved by the siren.
Talk to you later.
Go.
Aw. That's why they broke up.
Love seeing you two together again.
Stan Lee!
You always were my favorites.
That's so sad. This was also Stan Lee's last cameo, I think, before his unfortunate passing.
Hey, it's me. What's with the units heading down 3rd?
Looks like our old friend Herman Schultz is at it again.
Shocker. Didn't he just get paroled?
Yeah, well, guess it didn't take.
No worries. Herman's just a big cupcake. I'll have him back in Rikers by bedtime.
Okay, I think I'm gonna
Just had dinner with my ex after saving her from masked criminals. And now I'm gonna go beat up a maniac who uses shockwaves to rob people. What a perfectly normal life you have, Peter Parker.
Oh, yeah. Alright, I think I'm gonna leave it off here. It's, that was a little bit of an emotional point. It's moving on into the next portions of the story, so I think it's good to just kind of drop it off there. And
Peter, I just want to make sure you haven't left any equipment you built for your friend around the lab. It's no bother to me, but if the grant committee stops by again...
Don't worry, Doc. I make a point not to leave anything there. But I know my friend appreciates you looking out for him. There's a lot of people who don't like him very much.
That buffoon Jameson and his audience of sheep? Please. The people who do great things in this world are those who don't let bullies like him stand in their way. People like us.
You said a mouthful, Doc. Take care.
uh-oh. He's got a superiority complex, I think. Wow, that was but like that's probably why they broke up, because it's like he has so many other responsibilities on his plate, but between, you know, like work and I don't know if he's in school or not, but yeah, he's got to balance that, a relationship on top of being Spider-Man. Like that's probably the reason that they broke up. Exactly that, because they're in the middle of a conversation and he has to leave to help people. Like that's so unfortunate. It's like so good. So good. And in the facial animations as well, I kind of pointed it out there when they were talking, because when he said I can't remember what he said. It was something along the lines of like, this is a trick question, and you get that furrowed brow, like his brow, his brow furrowed, his cheeks tightened a little bit, it's like those little facial animations that show that he's concerned, he's confused, he's concerned, he's confused, he's anxious, and like all these different things, you know, like real things that people do, and they include it in the game in such a masterful way with animation and storytelling and all that. They're showing you, they're not telling you his emotions. It's brilliant. I love it so much. But yeah, no, like the story is turning out to be a lot more in depth than I thought it was, and the characters are like well thought out and everything. Oh, it's good. It's good. I like it. I love it.
All units, report of a narcotics sale in progress. Location is Firehouse on the west side.
So yeah, I reckon that's all for today. It was a lot longer. I don't know if I'm gonna break this up into 2 sessions or not. Long video. I don't know how well these kinds of things do on YouTube anymore, just because it's, I don't know, like how people consume content and how the YouTube algorithm works has completely changed. So and I'm a little bit short on time at the moment. So yeah, no, this is great. I'm hoping that everything goes well, it recorded properly, and I'm not gonna have any issues with it. Same with my PC, because my PC has just been an absolute nightmare for the last little while. Yeah, no, I hope to be able to return to this really soon. That was fun. That's great. I love it. Yeah, so I reckon that'll do it for me. I'm excited to get back into it. Shut up.
Any officers near Firehouse, please copy.
So yeah, no, yeah, I hope to get back to it soon. It's exciting. It's awesome. Loving it. Yeah, so that'll do it for me. And thank you.